Hi, I'm Brian Clare with 145 Software. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my answers to Wes's questions on curriculum management. The first question is about our support for the Curriculum Inventory Standard and competency frameworks. So we do support the Curriculum Inventory Standard. Last year we uploaded 25 schools' data to the Curriculum Inventory, and we also worked with Medbiquitous and the AAMC to help develop the Curriculum Inventory Standard. When it comes to competency frameworks like CanMEDS and ACGME, you can map any of those frameworks or your own frameworks or other frameworks to any element of the curriculum in 145. You can also link competencies down to objectives, so you can create a map or a tree from your high-level competencies to, say, your module objectives, to your course objectives, to your session objectives, and this gives you traceability from your competencies all the way down to the fine-grained teaching objectives. When it comes to milestones and EPAs, you can map those with the tool I just showed, but if you're looking to track the learner's progression against these things, you'll use 145's logbook tool to set up the milestones and EPAs you want the learners to achieve. They'll go into the system and enter this data, and that can be commented on and reviewed by faculty and other advisors. The next question is about other curriculum management functionality in support of competency-based medical education. So in 145, besides curriculum search and the curriculum reporting tools that we have, so here's an example of a gap and redundancy report, but there's other advanced reports. We have a program evaluation module that allows you to collect program evaluation data, which is often a key input to a curriculum management process. But when it comes to supporting competency-based medical education, the way we've designed our system is that you can also take that same set of competencies and link it to your assessments. So you can now have a curriculum map that shows exactly what you're teaching and you're expecting students to learn, and you can link that to your assessments to find out how the students are progressing against those competencies and against the milestones and EPAs. The next question is about functionality that we support that may have been supported by LMS, SIS, or ERP systems. And actually, there's not a lot of overlap here. 145 is usually implemented alongside these types of systems, but there is some overlap with LMS systems when it comes to content storage. So when you're building the curriculum map, some customers will link content to that map in 145. Because the curriculum map is so detailed, we'll often store faculty teaching data, sometimes duty hours data, but this is often exported from 145 into an ERP system. And with student information systems, sometimes 145 is the system of record for clinical schedules, but often we're importing basic schedule templates from the student information system, and the personal information usually comes from there as well. So 145 ends up being the system of record really for the EPAs and the milestones, the in-training assessments, the curriculum map, and the program evaluation data. The next question is our approach to integration and interoperability and some of the challenges we see. So one of our go-to integrations is single sign-on. An example of this would be if you're using Blackboard to store content and 145 for curriculum mapping, we'll put links in one or both systems that a student or faculty or resident can click on, which will jump them to the other system through single sign-on, saving a bunch of logins and making an easy integration with those types of systems. With the big enterprise systems, we often build standardized integrations. A Banner by Ellucian is one that we have a standardized integration with. This poses its own challenges, though, because it seems every school uses these systems in a different way. So even though we've standardized some of the approach to integrating with these systems, when a school comes on, there's often some customization that's required. For other types of systems, in the past, we did a ton of importing and exporting of batch data through CSV or Excel, but our customers increasingly are asking for and using RESTful services. And the challenge we see here is one of resourcing. Some of the schools don't have the budget or the IT team to build the integrations on top of exports or RESTful services, and sometimes that work falls to us, or sometimes it doesn't get done at all. The final question is about learning analytics, and the short answer here is that 145 doesn't have a learning analytics module. We do track learning analytics for every user for all of their actions, and we're working with a few customers to open this data up. Also in 145, you can search on administrative data, so task completion, that type of thing. There are a bunch of example reports here, But again, 145 doesn't have a formal learning analytics module yet. I think that's everything. Hopefully I've answered your questions. If you have any more, feel free to contact me. Thanks again.